and smile, okay? That's all we need. You promised you would do this.
Your mother likes these.
No, I don't know.
There you go.
Stop tickling me.
I'm not.
Pushing me off. Let go, stop.
If you guys don't knock it off, we're going to have to forget the whole thing, and the yearbook is going to call you camera-shy seniors. Come on.
Seriously, give you a choice of backgrounds. We could have tricked people into thinking we went to Yellowstone.
Oh, come on. I poured out my whole heart and soul, you guys. You want to know how many wild prints you're going to get. All right, done. Done. Yay. Good.
Thank you very much, Jamie. Thank you,
When
thank
do
you,
talk
thank
to
you.
the editors of the Philadelphia Inquirer?
Tomorrow.
That is so nifty.
Nifty?
Oh, shut up. You call them or they call you?
I called them.
Come in, let's talk about what you can do for us.
Oh, why am I attracted to smart women?
Oh, I'm late.
Late? Why? Well, I thought we were going to go to lunch. Look, I got coupons.
I've got a date.
Jeez, you guys are modern.
Well, it's just that I promised somebody I'd meet them, that's all. Oh.
Who, Gary?
Yeah,
Gary, right?
I told him that I'd help him shop for things for Susanna and the baby.
He's got a lot of nerve to ask you to do something like that after what you've been through.
I offered to help.
Oh.
Thanks for the picture. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Jamie.
Bye, Mommy.
You know, sooner or later, you're going to have to talk to him. I don't like her any more than you do, Melissa.
I don't hate her. Just the row of them.
Have you considered the possibility that the two of them might be permanent?
The day Gary gets permanent about anything is the day you'll see Fish walking down Walnut Street.
I don't know. I think this might be it.
Yeah? $10. $10 says you can't teach an old shepherd new tricks.
Melissa.
Nope. 1 year from today, Susanna and that little bundle of joy are going to be footnotes.
You're serious?
I am.
Melissa.
Here. Here's mine. Put 'em up. Put 'em up, cuz.
All right. $10. Just to teach you a lesson.
Yeah, well, we'll see who learns what. He may be your friend, but I've slept with him. He's Houdini in a Peter Pan suit, and nothing's going to change that. Not Susanna, not a baby, not doing good deeds on Race Street. Nothing.
Don't push it. You slide it, right?
I can't open the door.
Here, let me do it. Come here. There's a trick to it, remember?
Oh, my God. There's a trick to your front door. There's a trick to your car door. Put on the hot water. You gotta turn it with a twist. Is there anything in your life that works the way it's supposed to?
All right, look, we knew this was a possibility. Shinbrat's confirmed it. Now we deal with it, right?
Great.
So why don't you get into bed? Doctor's orders.
I cannot be sick.
Well, you are.
I simply cannot be sick.
Page 179, I believe. Yes, 179. Here it is. Toxemia is not uncommon, but must be taken seriously. You'll be fine as long as you stay in bed.
I don't care what this says. I'm telling you, I cannot be sick.
Fine. Why don't you get into bed while you're deciding who you're going to sue over this?
You're enjoying this, aren't you? I can tell by that goofy I'll take care of you smile.
Come on, just get into bed. Relax.
I'm relaxed.
Rosie and I'll take care of everything.
This isn't going to work. People are depending on me.
Yeah, I'm depending on you. And so is little Thor.
We are not naming this child Thor.
Yes, we are. Thor if it's a boy, and Ariadne if it's a girl.
In a pig's eye.
We are.
This is impossible. Things have to be done. We don't even have a crib yet.
I'm gonna build one.
Oh, in the meantime, we can keep in a cardboard box. with some shredded newspaper.
it'll be done in time, you'll see. I'm gonna hand turn the rails. I'm not gonna use a single nail. It'll last for 100 years.
It'll take 100 years.
No, it won't.
You can't figure it out.
What?
You're either wonderful or just nuts.
I kind of like you, too. Stay in bed. Relax. Try and enjoy yourself.
Yes, sir.
I thought all you did here was housing advocacy and the project that Gary's involved.
We're the Whitman Sampler of social services. Last time I counted, we were administrating or trying to administrate something like 20 different programs. Teen literacy, adult literacy, reproductive rights, child abuse, substance abuse. Notice a pattern?
And you get results.
Sometimes. Sometimes it's too little too late, but we hit for the average around here.
Hey!
Hi. Hi. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, no problem.
Susanna's still at the doctor's.
No, she's
Doctor?
at home. Yeah, at my place. She has to stay in bed.
What's wrong?
So we thought toxemia.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, complete bed rest.
Maybe this isn't such a good day to do this.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, let's do it. We finished this last night, so, okay? I didn't have this much furniture in my first apartment. Put a kid down in here, you'd never find him again.
They have a way of making their presence known.
When did having a baby become such an industry?
Oh, well, it's always been an industry. You just weren't a targeted consumer before.
Oh, man. Doesn't it worry you that this secular religion has attached itself to a natural process?
They're just toys, Gary. Didn't you have toys?
Yeah, the Lincoln Logs. They came in a big tube, made a great sound when you shook them.
My favorite was the box with the side-by-side refrigerator freezer came in.
Oh, yeah? Well, let's blow this place and raid the back of an appliance store.
She'll be okay.
Yeah, of course she will. Just wish there was more I could do for her, you know? I actually wish there's more she'd permit me to do. How are you?
Better.
Good.
Not good. Better.
Am I allowed to thank you again for coming with me today?
Oh, I should thank you. I love seeing the project, meeting Rosie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rosie's the best.
I mean, there's a lot of things you haven't told me about the place.
I just didn't know how interested you'd be.
Oh, God. Sometimes I wonder what you think of Michael and me.
Who, me?
I think I might write about the project. Oh, I mean about Ray Street and other places where people are trying to make things work. And it would be, maybe for the Sunday magazine, The Inquirer. I'm going to talk to them tomorrow.
Oh, Hope, that would be great. I mean, that would give us so much visibility. A lot of our grants are up for renewal right now. I mean, that would be really helpful.
Yeah, well, I'm either going to write about social reform or designer running shoes.
Oh, how can I influence you?
Buy or get a daily there.
Hey, you know what? I think we could rig this up with a really small TV camera so we could spy on Alice and Trixie next door.
I don't know, Elliot. They might think you're trying to look up their skirts.
This is strictly industrial espionage, Mike. I mean, you gotta know what the competition's planning, what their next move's gonna be, what color panties they're wearing.
Knock, knock.
Hi, Hope.
Oh, I can't get over this place.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can do with only a couple of million.
So how'd it go at the Inquirer?
I'm going to take my husband to lunch. That's how it went.
Oh, no, you got it? Oh, all right. I'm very proud of you.
Hey, I read a story in the Inquirer about Liberace's ghostly image coming out of a spaceship.
Philadelphia Inquirer, Elliot, not the National Enquirer.
Well, that's good, too. So what are you gonna write about?
Community level social action, projects like Ray Street. I'm going to interview Ellen about how the city gets along with these de facto advocates.
All right, so try not to burn the place down before we get back, okay?
Bye.
Bye, Elliot.
Oh, and Hope, listen, I was just kidding when I said about those panties.
What panties?
I'll explain later.
Whose panties?
Can't you have a regular dart gun like normal people?
Okay. Did you, take these on?
Yes. You're wearing a tie. Why are you wearing a tie?
I felt like it.
Driscoll. You're gonna go meet Driscoll. Oh, God, Gary, he'll eat you alive.
I can handle him.
No, you
I can
cannot
handle
handle
him. Yes, I
Driscoll.
can.
You are too nice.
All right, no phone calls. Stay in bed. Take it easy, okay? Bye. Goodbye. I'll talk to you later.
Hey, Gary.
Yeah.
Good hands.
Very funny.
That brings us to the Scarborough appropriation.
What about it?
Well, it went through.
Oh. Good.
Nice work.
Thanks. So how are you?
I'm pretty good.
Good.
You?
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay.
You changed your hair.
So do you. Shorter.
Guess we'll live, huh?
Oh, yeah. Guess so. Oh, wait. I think this is yours.
Oh, yeah. It's a spoke wrench.
Oh, I sucked it up in the vacuum cleaner. I hope it's okay.
It's fine. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, send her in.
Better go. Thanks for the wrench.
Don't mention it. Hi.
Excuse me.
Don't say it. What? We work together. There is bound to be, office
Intercourse?
Right, that's exactly the word I was looking for. Thank you. What a pal. What a pal. Yes. Oh. Okay. Okay, I'm all yours. I'm here, I'm focused, I'm ready for action. Let's work.
All right, great. You mind if I use this?
No, I love the sound of my own voice.
Okay. The idea is that with the cuts in the programs,
Which is nationwide, by the way. It's not just here.
Exactly. What seems to be happening is that the community centers are helping the people to get the aid that's left.
Extra-governmental public resource interface centers, if you want the Latin terminology.
How does it work?
Well, some are very good and provide immediate benefits to people who go to them. And some are just well-meaning incompetents. And some are the last of the anarchists, using the underclass as a blunt instrument against the establishment.
Well, how about this one that Gary's involved with, Race Street?
What about it?
Well, how do they rate?
They're good. They're very creative.
How so?
Well, they're aggressive getting funding. Very aggressive, in fact.
So they'd be a good model as to how a project should be managed.
I really don't think that I'm in a position to show favoritism.
But you do think it's well managed, right?
Hope we turn the tape recorder off.
Oh, this sounds serious.
No, really, I mean it.
Lenny?
So did they really do something illegal?
No, it's not illegal, but it's leaning towards unethical.
How much of a lean?
Well, they applied for a grant to do statistical research on absent fathers.
And?
Well, they put one high school student on the project and apparently plowed the rest of the money into unrelated work. How much of a lean is that?
About 45 degrees.
Yeah, well, it makes the grant committee look sloppy. It makes the city look like idiots, which they do not like.
Right, and if you put this in your article, it's going to make Race Street look very bad.
Oh, before I write anything, I have to ask Gary what this is all about.
Well, now, wait a minute, Hope. Do you really think he knows about it? It's possible that it predates his involvement.
Oh, great. Then I get to tell Mr. Integrity that his girlfriend fudged the truth to get what she wanted.
You still have a girlfriend after you get pregnant? Isn't there, like, an automatic promotion or something?
You're being awfully whimsical for a man whose wife is holding a knife. It's the shapes, Gary. It's the motion they go for.
I do not want this kid's imagination to be restricted by official fantasies. He or she is going to learn Winnie the Pooh from me and A.A. Milne, not Walt Disney.
No television.
No television.
Not even Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol?
Well, I don't want to be a zealot of this.
You help with the grant applications, don't you, Race Street?
Yeah.
Here's this article.
There's a layaway pickup at the front desk.
Alan
Aaron,
did it.
layaway pickup at the front desk.
And we got into a thing about people, and Race Street was one of them.
How old is the,
Oh, it must be a mistake.
Whose mistake?
Well, Ellen's, obviously. I mean, that's just not the way we do things down there.
So you helped prepare this grant application?
Not this particular one, no. But I'm telling you that that's just not right. Someone's got their wires crossed.
Well, it didn't sound right to me. I mean, that's why I felt I had to ask you about it.
Sure, I understand. I mean, look, I'll talk to Rosie, but I'm telling you, we just never do anything like that.
Of course we did.
You lied on the grant application?
No, we never lied. We did exactly what we said we were going to do. We delivered.
But you used the grant money for something else.
Some of it went to pay for a 16-year-old sonogram, and pay the rent, and to restock the food bank, and a few other luxuries. Bureaucracies never give you money for the things you need. They only give you money for things you don't need.
So this isn't the only fudged grant?
Well, how do you think we stay in business down here? That was a $25,000 grant to determine if the absence of male parents causes family stress. And guess what? It does. $5,000 to develop a profile of the typical runaway. $3,000 to find out if crack use impacts domestic violence. Racial identity in the disenfranchised. It's lots and lots of money to prove that the problems that we've got are actually problems and nothing to solve the problem. Now, it's a lunatic system, but you've got to humor a lunatic if you want something from him. And that's what we do. That's how we help. But what?
That's all right. We can get copies from you. Grant to develop a viable intercity evacuation plan in the event of thermonuclear exchange or reactor meltdown.
Street project.
Hope told me, and I didn't believe her.
Well, it's not as if we're laundering money for the mob. We're just doing the old urban dance of survival.
So what do I do?
About what?
About this. Open the article. Practically asked her to write the piece. And I feel like I've handed her a loaded gun.
But Hope didn't look all that dangerous to me. In fact, she seemed pretty nice when she was here. I think she's legitimately interested in what we're trying to do.
Oh, I gotta defuse this. I don't want Susanna getting upset. Not now.
I think you're letting this get all out of proportion.
That's because you don't understand. Hope and Susanna don't exactly hate each other. It's more like a casual dislike.
Then I think you have to talk to her about it.
Which one?
Hi.
Hi.
Why didn't you wake me when you came home?
I thought you should sleep. Come here. Hi. How you doing? You want something to eat or something?
No, I'm okay. I can't work. I can't smoke. I can't drink. This isn't a fetus. It's a parole officer.
Here. How you feeling?
Tired.
Yeah?
Fat. Did you bring home the material from the city services?
Yes. I'll do it later. My meeting with Ellen Warren isn't until next Monday. Okay? Oh, sorry.
Oh, God. Am I gonna feel like this for the rest of my life?
Probably. There's a bit of rope behind a pickup
car?
truck.
Yeah,
We used to
pickup truck.
Yeah, we used to fly down the street.
You guys
and
are
hold on to these
dangerous,
things. Oh, no. Look at this. This is what every baby needs, a beeper.
Yeah, well, you can't be everywhere at once. That's why these monitors are so great.
Squelch control limits outside interference. Squelch. Is that like colic?
Oh, don't worry. You'll know colic when you hear it.
Well, I talked to Rosie about the grant applications.
Did you?
Yeah, Ellen wasn't lying to you.
Was that the issue?
No, she wasn't.
Gold star for Ellen.
Yeah, you know, it's amazing that hoops they make you jump through just because you want to help people.
I know what you mean.
You know, I remember when I was in college, I had this idea. Have chamber music on the quad. And all we needed was a couple of folding chairs and we'd have Mozart under the stars. And then the administration came charging in, student activities board, and the whole thing stalled and fell apart. The thing is, I think they really enjoyed sinking the idea. And that's the sort of mentality we have to put up with at Ray Street. It's as if people are looking for ammunition, you know, anything that could make the project look bad so that they shut us down, like grant applications. You know, that's the sort of thing that they look for. And if anyone were to hear about that or to read about that, you know, out of context.
That's why context is so important.
Right.
I mean, what if it isn't just Ray Street? I mean, what if fudging in order to get funds is widespread? I mean, the system is open to that kind of abuse, then...
Abuse?
It could be an important story.
This isn't a story, Hope. This is about people's lives.
I know that. Don't you think I'm capable of telling the whole story, context and all? I mean, it's my job. It's what I do.
Oh, your job.
Yes, Gary, my job. Which I take as seriously as you take yours.
Oh, no. What I do isn't a job.
You get up, you eat cornflakes, you go to an office. That's a job.
It must be great being able to reduce life to the size of a nice, manageable desk blotter. That's a great trick.
You're right. It is a trick. Because life isn't manageable. Oh, you don't believe me, huh? You just wait a few months until that little invader you planted in Susanna arrives. And then you tell me how much time you have for altruism or anything else.
It's just gonna show me places in Havertown and Broomall.
Yeah, apartments.
And houses.
Houses?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I wouldn't keep a dog in an apartment house. I'd prefer to have a baby in one.
Well, it just doesn't seem very practical right now.
Oh, it'd be great. It'd be great. We could get a place and I could putter around. I
Can't
wanted
you
to do that.
Putter around in a bigger apartment?
It's not the same thing. Listen, I gotta go.
Okay.
Pill time.
Yes, dear.
Take it easy.
Bye.
So the whole operation is crooked.
Well, it isn't crooked.
Corrupt.
Nah, that's not corrupt. I know corruption.
Well, I think it says more about how public money is distributed than the groups using it.
I know a city councilman that can be bought for the price of a Cuba Libre.
Who?
No, I'm not wearing stockings. When I'm not wearing stockings, everything is strictly off the record.
So Susanna lied in the grant application.
Well, not lied exactly, more like expedient exaggeration.
So are you going to put it in the article?
Well, I don't think I have much choice. What?
Nothing.
Let's see.
No, it's just everybody gets a different amount of slack. I mean, I let Elliot get away with things that you wouldn't deal with.
Like what? Get a life.
And, you know, Michael does things that would drive me crazy, but they don't seem to bother you. I mean, we have different rules for different people. So would you have more of a choice on this article if you felt differently about Susanna?
There's something you don't see every day.
It's a closet.
Yes, but it's a tremendous closet. Gary, trust me, your significant other will be thrilled with the dimensions of this closet.
Michael,
Yes, Gary?
would you like to see the big closet?
That's okay, Gary. I can see it from here.
Thank you.
Edison Towers. Why be subtle? Why not just call it Orwellian Nightmare?
You didn't like it, Gary?
What gave you that idea?
I don't know. I was just, watching your jaw muscles clench on the way down in the elevator.
All these buildings, they look exactly the same. How are you supposed to remember which one's yours?
Well, see, on your way to work every morning, you just leave breadcrumbs.
Well, why did she show me this? Did she really think I'd like it?
It's in your price range, Gary.
I wanted a house.
Yeah, well, you can't afford a house.
My parents bought their first house for 27 grand.
Really? That was during the Truman administration, wasn't it? Welcome to the economy, babe. See, today, the house you want, $200,000.
$200,000?
$200,000. Then you got to think about utilities. You got to think about taxes, luxuries such as food, and then let's say you can manage the money. Then you got to think about the neighborhood and the sewers and the schools.
Dad.
Well, that's called being a family man.
Oh, yeah, but why does it all have to be so...
So what, Gary? Some middle class? Huh? Oh, that's right, I forgot, I'm sorry. You're not buying into any of this bourgeois crap about making a home for the woman you love or seeing that your kid has it better than you.
This isn't better.
No. But this you can afford. Now, let me tell you something, Gary. This is much better than a lot of people can manage.
This is boxes inside of a bigger box with central heating, central air, central light.
But you don't look at the buildings, Gary. Look at the people. You can make a family here. You can make a family anywhere if you put your mind to it. I mean, having a baby is like, you know, that's like knocking over the first domino. After that, all you can do is stand back and watch. But you think because you and Susanna weren't getting married, things were going to be different?
We are different. I'm different.
Oh, sure, of course you're different, Gary. But we're all working with the same raw material here. You see, Gary, in my experience, I've come to learn that life is made up of 6 basic activities. Eating, sleeping, goofing off, work, if you're lucky, sex, if you're really lucky, and looking for a place to park. These are the basic genetic building blocks. So you do the best you can with what you got.
Thanks. Gary did this.
Yep.
It's good.
He's good.
He's okay. He's got a lot to learn.
Well, Monday he sees Ellen Warren about the housing intervention program.
She's gonna cut him off at the knees.
Warren is a friend of his.
That's exactly why she'll do it. She's punishing him for being with me. All of his friends hate me.
You're just upset about the article.
Article? What article?
Let's see. 1 foot. 2. Oh, no, okay. Oh, look who's here. Come here, sweetie. Oh, big girl.
Yeah. Can we go a beer or something? Sit down for them? No.
Hi, how was house
Girls?
hunting?
Oh, it was interesting.
Depressing.
Well, if somebody volunteered for bath time, I will start dinner.
Oh, come on, sweetie. You want to take a bath? Hopefully hide the sponge up Daddy's nose.
Oh, my goodness, Pumpkin, you're getting big. I want to ask you something.
Shoot.
Actually, I want to ask you not to do something.
Gary.
Don't use the thing about the grant applications when you write the article.
God, I cannot believe you're asking me to do this.
People won't understand. It could do a lot of damage, and I can't let you do that.
You can't, Gary? I don't think you have a choice here. This is my decision. Mine and the papers. It's an editorial decision.
It's a personal decision.
How do you figure that?
Well, because you wouldn't be doing this piece if I didn't know Susanna. And the fact of the matter is I do know Susanna, which is why you can't be objective about this.
Is that so?
Yes, just because, you see, if you were objective about it, you'd see what this kind of press would do. And we're trying to help people down there.
You are playing fast and loose with the facts and public money.
We are doing what we have to do to make a bad system work.
Are we quoting Poindexter or North?
Oh, okay, look, who are we kidding here? We both know what this is really about, don't we?
Well, I mean, you have such a clear-eyed insight into my motives. I mean, please, enlighten me. What is this about?
You think I don't know? You think I don't hear that tone in your voice or see that dismissive look? You don't like Susanna.
Gary.
This business about the grant is a non-issue. If it were someone else, you'd be going up to bat for her and the project. But it's not somebody else. It's Susanna. Maybe you feel threatened by her.
I feel threatened.
Yeah. You think you're being a courageous journalist. But you can't tell me that the idea of sticking it to Susanna doesn't appeal to you just a little bit. Why don't you just admit that?
Is that who you think I am? Is that the kind of petty, diminished view you have of us? Well, you're either an idiot or you're completely blind. Or maybe you're right. And if that's the case, I can't imagine that your conscience would allow you to sit at our table and share our food.
supposed to be in bed.
I'm much too angry to remain horizontal.
Angry?
Why didn't you tell me about your friend's wife?
Hope.
Yes, Hope. Why didn't you
Okay.
tell me she was writing a slam piece in the project?
Rosie tell you that?
No, don't change the subject. Answer my question.
Because I knew it would upset you, which it has.
That is not what's upset me. You were protecting me.
All right, yes.
Since when did I ask for your big, strong masculine protection? When did I give you my power
All
of
right,
attorney?
I did what I thought was right, okay?
I am not your invalid wife. I am perfectly capable of fighting my own battles,
course
but
you
I
are.
cannot fight them if you withhold information from
it's
me.
not like that, and you know it. There's a different spin on this, all right? You know this woman knows us. We all know how we feel about each
Those
other.
of us
so-
who are permitted
All right,
to
all right,
know.
you
How
wanna-
dare you cut me out
You want to
on
get in
this?
bed so we can talk about this?
No, we're going to talk about
No,
this right here.
You should be in bed.
I
right now.
will go to bed when we're finished
You are
dealing with
endangering
this.
yourself and the baby. Now get to bed.
You are not going to weasel out of this just by being right on this one point.
Okay, do I have to carry you?
You probably dropped me.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm going to bed.
Are we tucked?
We were read to, we were tucked, and we are asleep.
What did you read to her?
101 Dalmatians.
Oh, I'm not sure we should let Uncle Walt be in complete charge of her imagination.
Oh, I know, but Dalmatians is a good one. I took you to see that on a date, remember?
Hongu and Perdita, they're such a happy couple. For dogs.
Much more stable than Lady and the Tramp, really. There, the cultural differences were just too great. What is it?
Have we lost it? I mean, are we the totally compromised sellout that Gary and Susanna think we are?
Yes.
Thank you for clearing that up.
What'd you think I was gonna say?
Well, I was expecting a carefully constructed defense of our lifestyle.
Oh, well, we're working on a family here. Maybe that is being selfish. Maybe we should spend more time worrying about what surrounds our family. You know what I realized the other day? Janie is gonna be 14 in the year 2000. 14. That is... that is plenty old enough to ask us why the world is the way it is. What are we gonna say? Sorry about the ozone layer, sweetheart, but we were a little focused on your preschool.
Maybe Gary and Susanna are entitled to hate us.
Oh, I don't think they hate us. I think they're afraid.
I'm afraid of what?
I think they're afraid of the kind of intimacy required to be a family. And some people avoid it by doing work. Some people, they avoid it by doing good deeds. But that's not a life. I mean, life isn't only the things that you do. It's who you do the things for. How's the article?
It's finished. Yeah. Shove 'em in.
Gary?
How are you, Ellen?
I'm just fine, Gary. How are you?
I'm fine myself.
You look fine.
Thank you. So, did you get a chance to go over the background material we sent over?
Uh-huh.
Hi. Hi. I didn't know whether to knock or to let myself in. Gary gave us a key a couple of years ago when he broke his ankle. Can I come in? Sure. You weren't sleeping, were you?
No, it's okay.
How are you feeling?
Puffy.
Well, you shouldn't worry about it too much. If you take care of yourself, everything will be okay.
That's what they keep telling me.
I brought you something. It's this article that I've been working on. I guess you've heard about it. I wanted you to read it. I want to make sure that it's accurate as far as Ray Street goes. You didn't have to show me this. Yes, I did. I realized in talking to Gary that, well, he expressed doubts about my motives. Anyway, it's what I wrote, and if you think that it's biased, then we can talk about it. But I'm not going to leave out facts. I can't do that.
Gary asked you to leave things out?
No, he just felt there was room for misinterpretation, and yes, he asked me to leave things out.
Did you tell him to go chase a cat?
Basically.
Good. He doesn't have the right to ask you to do that. Nobody does.
I think he was trying to help you.
Ah. I'm sure. Not a malicious bone in that man's body, but look out for his good intentions.
This is all pretty new to him.
Me too.
He'll be okay.
I hope so. I wasn't prepared for this level of disruption.
It will stabilize. Honest.
How about you?
Me?
You feeling okay after the
miscarriage?
Yeah.
Maintaining a level strain.
I was sorry when I heard. Gary told me.
Thanks.
I wanted to call, but I didn't know what to say.
I understand.
And after all, we don't really know each other very well, do we?
No, we don't.
All very impressive. The outside evaluations, the support documents.
So there's no problem.
No, Ray Street is certainly in the running. But a lot of other people put in for this grant. So council board has to meet and blah, 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 blah. You know, process and procedure.
Right.
There's always process and procedure.
Ellen, is there any way to expedite this?
Speed is relative in government, Gary.
Yes, I know that. I know that. I just think it would be best for everyone if we could get a decision as soon as possible.
Of course.
Right. I mean, like before a certain issue of the Philadelphia Inquirer comes out.
Oh, Gary, don't worry about Hope's article. I'm sure there's nothing in that article that we don't know already.
Yeah, maybe. But
you know, Gary, we take hits from the press all the time. Helps keep us honest.
Maybe. You and I both know this isn't a First Amendment issue.
Then what kind of issue is it?
Well, I don't want personalities to interfere with the work that's being done down at Ray Street.
Wait, whose personalities?
Ellen, come on. I mean, none of you like Susanna, so...
Ah, gee, Gare. If I had to restrict myself to only working with people I like, I would have made the move to lighthouse keeping a long time ago.
Look, there's some resentment here, mainly from Hope, that came through loud and clear when I talked to her about the piece.
You talked to her about the piece?
Yeah, I didn't want her personal feelings to interfere with her judgment.
I mean, you asked her to pull the grant stuff from her story?
Yeah, I don't think it has any business in her story.
Uh-huh. And how'd she react?
React?
She didn't try to crease your scalp with an ashtray or anything?
Ellen.
Gary, you're always after Hope and Michael for their compromised lifestyle. Did you really expect her to flip off her integrity and sink the facts because you were embarrassed? Or, sorry, that you thought that you'd be setting back the sacred cause of reform?
Why do I get the feeling I'm not going to get any further with you than I did with her?
Gary, don't you know that the first rule of negotiations is never walk out? Walk out and it's over. You stay, and there's always the chance that you can convince your opponent or wear her down.
Look, nothing I'm going to say is going to change the decision you obviously already made.
Gary, what exactly do you think is going on? You think this is some kind of conspiracy against your girlfriend? This isn't a country club. This is municipal government, and I'm just doing the best job I know how to do.
Oh, yes, your job, of course. How could I ever forget that? You, Hope, Michael, you all have your jobs.
Oh,
It's
give
great.
me a break. Tell me something. Do you love Susanna?
What does it have to do with anything?
Just tell me. Do you love her?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then tell me that you want this from me because you love Susanna. Don't pretend it's about Ray Street or helping people. Tell me you want this because she's important to you. Gary, how do you expect to get what you want from people if you can't be honest with yourself about why you want it? Nice suit, Gary.
Hi.
Hello.
I was wondering if I could talk to you for a minute.
Do you want to come in? Michael's upstairs with Janie.
No, I think I'd rather do this out in the open.
Do what?
I was out of line yesterday. I'm sorry that I said those things.
I'm sorry you said those things, too.
I wish there was some way I could take them back.
Too bad you can't.
Yeah. It's too bad.
Did you mean them?
I thought I did. Now I'm not so sure. The ground isn't quite as solid as I thought it was.
It never is.
You know, most of my life, it's been ideas. Ideas and concepts. I sort of had an experimental model of a life full of theories and equations. You know. And then out of nowhere, really, here comes Susanna. And fate decides it's time to see if the theories work.
How are they holding up?
Well, the theories are valid. You know, the logic's completely sound. It's just that I built the model in a vacuum. You know, I didn't factor in gravity and friction and panic. I guess I'll just have to do some adjusting. Partially your fault, you know.
My fault?
Oh, yours and Michael's. You have the gift of having a family. I admire you like I admire Fred Astaire. You make it look so easy.
Easy? Oh, God. I was just sitting inside thinking about all the things that have happened in the past few months. Some of them pretty scary. But when you add them up, you know, you look at the good and the bad to see how it balances, I think you'd have to admit that all in all, this year really sucked. But we're still barking our shins on the furniture and we're lurching toward the future, and that counts for something. Just getting through counts for something, doesn't it?
Yeah. I guess it does.
You want some dinner?
No. I gotta get home. Susanna, you know. Thanks, though.
Say hello for me.
Oh, okay, I will. The shepherd. Hey. Cute kid. Yeah, we like her. Well, see you guys later, right?
Bye, Gary.
Bye.
Thank you.